What is up, guys? Welcome back to the video. Today we're gonna talking about Jira, but since throughout the this whole channel of videos we're talking about and mentioning like Jira this, Jira that, um, different products in the Jira family. But we haven't talked about the Jira software, and the main question is, what is Jira? What is it? Well, first of all, we all know that some people are not gonna agree with this, which is totally fine, and I totally understand. But I will say this. First of all, it's a popular project management and issue tracking tool. You all know that Jira was actually developed by the Atlassian, and you also know that it is widely used for tracking and managing tasks, bugs, and other project-related activities in the collaborative environment. Now, why actually do I say all of these things? Because all of these things are actually true. Now, the thing is, the Jira is not only being used by the software teams, and it's not being only used for the project management, because especially now, Jira has really evolved into the possibilities within the products that it can actually offer to the users, from the service management, from the work management, from the Jira product discovery, Jira Align, and I believe that there are actually other products in there. You can actually fill me up if I actually missed one. You can comment and you can say, yeah, you missed this one, which is totally fine. But the thing is, why it's actually the issue tracking tool, because as you can see, you have a board, and on this board, you're actually tracking the progress of your team. And of course, in here it will say, yeah, this is a software project, but necessarily it doesn't have to be a software project. It could be a business project, could be a service management project, it could be a finance project. It's not that, but it is recognized as the popular project management tool out there. Of course, there are also other project management tools that are being used, but if I can say, and I can actually say this with confidence, that Jira is the most popular one out there. Collaboration, yes, collaboration among your team with the with presenting the comments, right, and seeing what is actually going on within this specific issue. But the focus is actually on the issues, and of course those issues could be tasks, could be bugs, or could be your own issue types that you have defined. So I said, like, the issue tracking, right? So what is important here is to allow your teams to create, to prioritize, and to track the issues throughout the development process, because in here in the software project, it's all about the software development, it's about the feature development, right? And then you have the agile project management, right? So in Jira, Jira supports the agile methodologies, just like the Scrum and just like the Kanban. And yes, of course, this is the Kanban board. You can also have the Scrum board as well. So there is a totally different topic, especially when it comes to the Kanban and when it comes to the Scrum. For the Scrum, there is a whole certification for the Scrum Masters out there. So there are a lot of stuff like artifacts. There are like about the meetings, the question how many ceremonies actually there is within the Scrum framework. Is it like four or is it like five, including the backlog grooming? So that is actually another question to be answered as well. Of course, you already know that Jira actually offers you custom workflows, right? Where you can basically define the specific processes and project requirements that someone actually has. Of course, you also have the reports and the dashboards that you can create that basically they are customizable. You can also use both of them to monitor the project progress and the performance. Of course, there are multiple, and not like multiple, that there are like options for the integrations with other tools, like popular ones like the EasyBI, like Microsoft Teams, like Excel, like Slack, Confluence. You also have like Trello. You have like Big Picture, which is also being used for the project management as well. So as you can see, Easy, Agile. So these are the ones that are actually being recommended, but integrations are actually also in there. Of course, you also use the permissions and the security within your projects in order to basically control the access of your users. Of course, there is the automation before, uh, and there was the cloud version within the server because basically everything was within the server itself, and there was this plugin back then that was called like the automation for Jira, but now the automation for Jira is basically named automation and it's the part of the native Jira. And of course, you can always have the extensibility where you can browse the Atlassian marketplace and where you can basically choose whatever suits your needs. Now, first of all, in here it says that Jira Software is easy for the development teams to ship that great idea. Yes, that is actually correct, and I mean, yeah, it could be used for the project management for the software development teams, but let's say your team is more focused on the product itself, right? And what this means when it is focused on the product itself, it's about like in product management, how it begins. It begins with the elicitation of the requirements, with the final product being the feature that is being developed and being added to that product. With, of course, the goal is actually to, well, bring users to your platform. I know that your stakeholders, they do have the requests that they saw based on the research and everything, but of course um, you need to think about those requirements, brainstorm them, prioritize them, and then to actually picture the whole feature being implemented into that product. And the most suitable one would be actually the Jira Product Discovery, which is the part of Jira. But in here, what we're actually talking about is the Jira software itself. So it's being used for the planning, tracking, release, reports, and the automation as well. These are the templates that you can use, the customization based on the workflows that you define. Personally, I never used this one, The Scrum and Kanban are actually the ones that you are mostly gonna be using. And of course, in here it can be it says like let the developers focus on the code. So this is actually how is everything interconnected with the Jira itself. And now this is more of the DevOps side. So you're using Jira like to plan. You use Bitbucket. So this is Bitbucket or GitHub or GitLab to actually deploy your code and actually to work with pipelines when it comes to the Bitbucket that uses the continuous integration, continuous delivery for much more swift delivery of your features. And of course, you have option for the deployment using the Jenkins. Not sure what this one is. You have the Bitbucket, and it says this is like the Windows. I believe that this is JFrog. For the operations, this is Ops Genie, and for the collaborations, in here it's Confluence, Slack, or even Microsoft Teams. And there is bunch of things like going on, and this is like by the tier list, like for the Jira Software, for the standard teams, for Jira Premium to scale across the teams, to connect and accelerate your enterprise Jira. So, and that is something that is being used. And here for the enterprise as well, the Jira line is being used. I'm not really familiar with that, so I'm not gonna be talking about it. So yeah, this was like Jira Software in the nutshell, and that would be it. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, to like and share, and you can even comment on the video. Thank you. Bye bye.